It'll be a fun matchup to keep your eye on as Coach Richter's New Underwood Tigers get ready to roll here.
All right, tip controlled by Lily Ross of the Rangers. She'll get it in the front. It looks like the Tigers come out in a 2-3 zone. A little bit of a look that the Rangers haven't seen here recently. Most of the teams have been playing man-to-man, so we'll see how the Rangers handle the 2-3 zone. They get the ball inside to Taylor. Finds an open Ross on the wing, puts up the three-pointer. Can't get it to go. Rebound there by Miller of the Tigers.
Yeah, and you're right, Josh. It's the first time the Rangers have seen a 2-3 zone this year. It'll be interesting to see how they attack that. Maggie Taylor's a fantastic passer out of the zone, though, so I don't think that'll be an issue.
Yep, Rangers come out in their standard man-to-man defense, and the Tigers look like they're kind of running a motion offense right now. Open motion. Doesn't look like they have any sort of set play that they have come out to run yet. Looks like the Rangers are going to take that ball away. It does get on the floor and turns into a jump ball, so possession will stay with the Tigers.
Pretty good pressure defense, run the shot clock down. It's at 2 right now, but it'll reset here to, does it go to 15 or all the way back to 35?
To 15.
They're going to talk about it right now. Referees Eric Lowe, Brad Booth, and Randy Stanton. So they'll reset the shot clock, it looks like, or they'll talk about it some more.
So they're going to leave the shot clock at 2 seconds.
New Underwood starts in a stack here. They're going to have to catch and shoot, look for maybe a lob. Shot on the way, and they're going to wave it off. Did not get the shot off in time.
That's a good defensive possession for the Rangers. The first time get a shot clock violation, and will turn the ball back over to the Rangers. And Elena Dean will bring the ball to the front court.
So Rangers looking to attack the 2-3 zone. Miller slides out to guard Ross, down to Taylor, kicked out to Dean, shot on the way, a little deep. Taylor can't quite grab it. She does. Shots up and no good.
Rebound comes down to the Tigers there. Number 10 looks like Derner with the rebound. And Anna Dean's going to tip the ball over to her sister Elena. Rangers get a steal there and bring the ball the other way. Look to try to probe the defense before the zone sets up.
You can hear Coach Gensbaugh saying, go, go. And, you know, kind of the old thing is attacking a zone. You want to get the ball down before the zone can set up. And also, Hill City's at their best when they're in transition offense. And Anna Dean, nice drive. Good help side
nice
from
block
Arnold.
There by Arnold. She comes down with the rebound also. Now the Tigers look to push. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Say Brad Booth calls a jump ball.
That's not a good sign. Down in front of the bench is Miller. She went down hard on her shoulder. I hope just a stinger. You know, if you're Coach Gensbaugh here, 2 minutes into the game, what are you telling your team here, Josh? 0-0.
0-0. I mean, they had a really good defensive possession there. Offensively, like I said, I think it might take a little bit of an adjustment period because they haven't seen a zone all year. Much different style of defense than we've seen the last couple games. It's really been pressure defense, kind of a more up and down the court style of basketball, and this looks like the Tigers are going to get back and try to pack in that zone. So it might take a little bit of time for the Rangers to kind of get comfortable in that sort of a ball game. So
yeah, you know, the other thing is not a ton of energy in the gym right now. The JV game was kind of slower, more methodical. You know, New Underwood didn't bring a real big fan base. There's a decent crowd here for Hill City, but just not a ton of juice in the gym right now. And so,
of course, the boys team is playing in Edgemont, so part of the crowd is there, kind of a split crowd.
Yep.
So they're going to have to generate their own.
Yeah, and there's at least 6 or 7 people online watching.
Right. So, yeah. Those people aren't in the gym.
Not generating that juice that we like. So Taylor, high post, and again, if you're attacking a zone, the 2 weaknesses are high post, short corner. So you'll see Maggie Taylor and the Hill City Rangers really look to get to the high post or that short corner area or dribble penetrate. So
yeah, just to update you, Gabby Miller did walk off the court. They're checking out her shoulder on the sideline now, so hopefully she's all right.
There we go.
Maggie Taylor knocks down the 15-foot jumper there from the.
So 2-0 Rangers take the lead. 5:42 here in the opening quarter to play. Again, Josh talked about New Underwood just kind of running a motion offense. Looks like maybe a 3 out, 2 in. Just stagger away there. Good defense by the Rangers. Trying to play that pressure man-to-man defense and deny a pass away. Good help by Maggie Taylor. And a
foul
little
called there
too
on the,
much.
yeah,
So
foul called
give
there
us
on
the
Brock.
standard answer. What?
The pancake. You can't do the pancake slap.
Right.
Right?
That's
Go
right.
straight up and don't bring that hand down and probably get a clean block. It's almost an automatic call, we've said, if you bring that hand down.
Yep. You see that so often. If you just go straight up, rule of verticality, put him in jail. First one on the way for Arnold is good. And, typically most people would say just don't slap at it. But when Rich Canupi gets on the mic, and give a shout out to Rich, he's listening at home, you don't want to pancake slap that thing. We don't know what it is yet, but you just don't pancake slap. Hill City looks to push the ball up the court here. We said try to get the offense set up before the zone does.
Yeah, the zone does. New Underwood does do a good job of getting back and setting up their 2-3 zone. Rangers Taylor tries to get the back, cutting Ross there.
Yeah, and it's still early in the season, so the Hill City Rangers are trying to figure out their different roles and trying to gel. If you remember last year, Whitney Edwards and Maggie Taylor were so good at that high-low action. And so you saw Whitney there maybe just turn and throw it. Again,
Maggie throw it, yep.
Thanks. Second time you corrected me, Josh.
Oh, sorry. I'll just go with it next time.
And
Taylor
shot no good.
No good. Rebounded there by Kreschbach for the Tigers.
So again, if you're New Underwood, you're trying to get a bucket here, get something going to the rim. After they get through the first ball reversal, you'll see them. They actually stagger away. Great defense by Hill City. I was just going to say, if you're Coach Ginsbaugh, man, you've got to be thrilled with the defensive intensity here in the first quarter.
Sub will check in for the Tigers. Looks like that's number 3 Scott's checking into the ball game for the first time.
So New Underwood with the sideline out of bounds. 4:37 here in the opening quarter. Good pressure defense.
Yeah, makes the steal, and she's going to get the ball the other way, gets the ball up and in with the left-handed layup. So that's something that Elena Dean can do. We've seen her defense is the strong part of her game. She's a pretty scrappy player, quick. She does commit the foul there on the reach. So that'll be her first, team's second for the Rangers. Tigers will inbound on the sideline.
Again, I think that's the key to the Hill City offense, though, is generate some points with your defense here. Play good pressure defense, get your hand in the passing lane, tip some balls, and then get out and run.
Nice.
That was good. Left-handed runner for Arnold. She was guarded closely by Ronish, but got the shot up and in. So Dean to Dean here.
Back to Dean. Gets the ball to Taylor. Anna Dean drives right to the basket, going to be blocked, and the Tigers control the basketball. They're looking to push the other way, and Rangers do a good job of getting back, and so the Tigers will set up their half-court offense here.
There's a block by Maggie Taylor. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay here for the New Underwood Tigers. Just a note here, the ticker at the bottom of the screen is boys basketball scores. We put that on there just so, right there, right on cue, 47-2, Hill City boys leading Edgemont at the end of the first half. So you can follow along with those scores. Lily Ross playing really good pressure defense. Kind of gets screened there by Arnold, but Elena Dean, quick hands, says give me that. She's going to go in for a layup, and it's up and good.
Yeah, so obviously Elena Dean, that's what we said she can do for you. She can really spark you on the defensive side. She's done that 2 times now with the steals, and then converted on the offensive side for two lay-in buckets for Elena Dean. Now Anna Dean picks up a steal for the Rangers. Gets the ball over to Lily Ross. Shot up and good. I was looking at the roster here. I think it was Maggie Taylor that put the 3-pointer in. 2-pointer. She was on the line there.
If anybody at home saw who made that, feel free to text Josh or Blake or put it in the comments section. We were both looking down. We're really professional here. Maggie Taylor with the steal. Left hand took one little extra step there. And a really good job of Number 21, Fulton for New Underwood by keeping Maggie to her left-hand side, making her dribble the whole length of the court with her left hand. So for the time being, we're going to give Maggie that 2-pointer, but we'll see as the text messages come in with our dozens of listeners.
I was going to say with our
good help defense there by Abby Cutler, slides over. Good hustle rebound by number 4, Kresbach for the Tigers. So 8-3, under 2 minutes here. The Rangers leading and really playing a type of game that they want to be playing.
Looks like a foul going to be called there on the play. Foul's going to be on Taylor, I believe. Actually, Lily Ross picks up the foul. Nope, Maggie Taylor. That's her second foul. Team third.
Yeah, so kind of a, I guess, storyline to keep your eye on. Maggie Taylor with 2 fouls. All right, Palmer Gulch. So my man Rick Brandfist, he chats that yes, it was Maggie. Thank you, Rick, for following it closer than we are. You are the man. So New Underwood inbounds here. Number 4, Kresbach at the top of the key, guarded closely by
Abby Cutler.
And Riley Weiss checks into the game for Maggie Taylor, who checks out with her 2 fouls. So pretty good defense there. Ball's tipped out of bounds, 25 on the shot clock, 1:43 left here in the first quarter, and really good defensive effort for the Rangers. I'm sure Coach Ginsbaugh is just hoping to finish this quarter, right? Keep them at 5-6 points, and you'll be plenty happy with that.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about in the last ball games kind of your goal target to try to hold the team to around 40 points that you're playing, and Hill City hasn't been able to do that the last couple games, but they're well on their way with their defensive intensity in this ball game thus far. So Coach Ginsbaugh has to be happy with that.
So here we are in the half court, back to the 2-3 zone for the New Underwood Tigers. We'll see how Hill City wants to attack with Maggie on the bench here. Ross at the top of the key, moves it to Dean. Not a lot of movement here in the center. There you go, Ronish in the middle of the zone, back to Cutler.
Lily Ross is going to take the 3-pointer from the wing. Can't get it to go, but Anna Dean comes down with the rebound. Weiss puts the shot up. Can't get it to go, but Kara Ronish comes down with the rebound. It's going to be
out of bounds off Lily
Ross. Pretty good possession there for the Rangers, except for you didn't get the bucket. Three offensive rebounds. You're going to be happy with that. Tigers want to obviously limit that, the offensive rebounds. It's a little bit harder to rebound out of a zone defense. You're not matched up with a person, so you're kind of playing in the area, and then you got to find somebody to box out. I've always thought, and it's that it's more difficult to
much
rebound
harder to rebound out of a zone. Yes.
So Tigers try to work the ball inside there. Maybe a foul called on
Riley Weiss. So that's her first, and that'll be the team 4th. So 1 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock here, as New Underwood has a dreaded deep corner inbound pass. Those are so hard to inbound from.
They do get it in.
Wasn't much trouble there, I guess, but they're really looking like they want to pound the ball into Fulton, number 21. Shot on the way, no good. Great rebound by Cutler, just chases it down. Be interesting to see if Hill City holds for 1 here.
Yeah, I think they would hold for 1 with the 2-3 zone look. Move the ball around and then look for a good one. Late in the shot clock, you either get the last bucket or nobody gets the last bucket. Here's the hammer pass that you always talk about. Can't get a shot off of it, but Anna Dean puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded by Weiss, and Lily Ross puts up the 3. That doesn't go, but after 1, the Rangers lead the Tigers 8-3. Really good defensive effort by the Rangers, and honestly, not too bad of a defensive effort by the Tigers too. They only give up 8 points in the half, so quarter low to start the second quarter. New Underwood stays in the 2-3 zone. Rangers work the ball around the perimeter to Anna Dean.
You can see they're just running what's called an X pattern here through. They go block to elbow, trying to get a high-low. It's an overload. And then you just see X through here. But at some point, you got to look to score. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds, and we'll go over to the Tigers. So pretty good job by the Tigers not getting caught following one of those cutters. They stayed in their zone. And Hill City again is going to have to knock down a shot from the outside.
All right, so Durner brings the ball up the court, and going to be a foul called on the play. It looks like a foul on Riley Weiss. That'll be her second foul. Team's fifth. So their 2 posts that Hill City has right now are 2 team fouls, something to keep our eye on for the Rangers.
Yeah, really good anticipation by Riley there. She read that pass from wing to top. She was there in time, but we often say, use that inside hand to tip the ball away. And she did that, but she had her other hand wrapped around. So you see that in the NFL a lot, right? The pass interference.
Right.
I think that's what they saw there. So
pass interference is a basketball
foul
nowadays? All right.
In Hill City it is. Again, we'd like to welcome you guys for watching. It is New Underwood taking on the Hill City Rangers here at Coach Ginn's court. Shout out to Todd Grabauer, #1 fan.
All right, #1 fan listening again, as always.
Again. Lex Ferguson gave us a shout out. Not really a shout out, just said she was listening, that she's really embarrassed to be our friends.
Brianna Tyler must be listening. Shout out. She's texted me and said, yes, Maggie Taylor was the one that made that shot.
I got a couple of those also.
So all 5 of the people that are listening have texted us and told us we were wrong or didn't know what we were talking about at least.
Again, we are amateurs. Feel free to hit that mute button. We are more Manning cast and less Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. I don't know.
So the Tigers work the ball inside there. Nice post entry. Can't get the shot to fall by Fulton. It's going to be another foul called on the play. Looks like a foul on Riley Weiss again. That's her 3rd foul. Team's 6th.
So there's a couple different ways you can guard the post, and Hill City does a good job of fronting the ball side, and then they have weak side help. Shot went up. Unfortunately, nobody boxed out, and Rangers pick up a foul. So next foul will be in the bonus for New Underwood. Arnold with the step through. And there, Riley did a good job of boxing out. If you listened to us last night, so Rick, you're going to hear this again, sound like a broken record, but rebounding is really 2 parts. Half of it is want to and desire and effort, but the other half is just technique.
Defensive position.
Yes, getting yourself in the right spot. And Riley did a good job of being in the right spot there. So Hill City looks like maybe they'll run that. That's that overload offense again. If they're patient right there, Riley should anchor down at the high post.
Right at the high post, and then you can get to that high-low action. Shot put up there by Cutler, going to be no good. Fulton comes down with the rebound for the Tigers. Yeah, so the zone defense does seem to be giving the Rangers a little bit of fits here. Like we said, not used to that yet. They do need to knock down a couple shots from the outside to kind of loosen up the zone. They have New Underwood's really packing it in there and kind of daring the Rangers to shoot from the outside. They don't want to give up anything in the post area.
Yeah, that last possession, really good ball pressure by Anna Dean. New Underwood tried to throw it to the wing. It was closely guarded by Elena Dean in the passing lane. Ball goes out of bounds, turned over to the Hill City Rangers.
All right, so Elena Dean brings the ball into the front court. The Rangers are trying to probe and penetrate and figure out a way to crack this zone. Work the ball over to Abby Cutler. Everything right now is just around the perimeter. And, if you're going to move the ball around, there you go. Yep, try to dribble drive in there. Ross can't get it to fall, but Weiss comes down with the rebound. That ball comes out to Abby Cutler. Shot up just in the nick of time by Dean, and now Elena Dean comes down with the rebound. She can't get it to fall, and the Tigers come down with the rebound. It's like number 5, Chambliss, is going to be fouled there by Abby Cutler. So that's going to put the Tigers in the bonus. They'll shoot the 1-and-1 from here on out. And so their defense is really keeping them in the ball game, obviously. I mean, they've only scored 3 points offensively, but 2 buckets, and you're right. You have a chance either to tie the ball game or take the lead. So, got to give New Underwood a lot of credit for their defensive effort here also.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, and if you're Coach Ginsbaugh, you're saying, hey, we're doing such a good job in the half-court defense. Let's not put them at the line and give them free points. And shot on the way, and it's no good by Chambliss. And so the Rangers will look to run just a bit too high. So that'll turn back over to the New Underwood Tigers.
Steckmans, give a shout out to the Steckmans listening over and watching in Keystone. They say thank you, Landon, for putting the boys' score up. They're following that score also here, so thanks for tuning in, Allison and Bill. Double dribble called there, so the Rangers will take possession.
Looks like Coach Ginsbaugh is going to maybe roll the dice a tad. He's going back to Maggie Taylor, who has 2 fouls. I think that's the right decision early on in the game, early in the season. Non-conference opponent. You're kind of struggling here on offense, and so put Maggie here at the high post, and we'll see how the zone reacts to that. Just not a lot of movement away from the ball, and
Ronch puts the shot up, can't get it to go. Rebound taken down there by Arnold for the Tigers.
So Flint takes a look, nothing doing there. Pretty good defense by the Rangers. Again, New Underwood looks to pound the ball inside. Pretty good defense by Lily Ross, and it'll stay here with the Tigers.
Yeah, so not a lot of offense in the second quarter. It was 8-3 at the end of the first quarter. I believe the score is still 8-3.
Yeah. Just make a note to those watching at home. Miller has checked back in. If you remember, about midway through the first quarter, Miller landed kind of awkwardly on her arm. She is back into the game, and she's guarded here by Maggie Taylor. So that's kind of the matchup we wanted to see coming into the game. Maggie's got to be smart here. Don't reach. She has 2 fouls.
Miller puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebound there by Chambliss. And going to be a foul called against the Rangers. Foul on Lily Ross. It'll be her first, team's 8th foul, so that was a shooting foul. Chambliss will go to the line to shoot a pair. First one up and good for Chambliss.
So just a pitcher's duel here, 8-4, 4:30 till halftime in the Hill City versus New Underwood against Jim
Chambliss.
So
the
Chambliss.
first 2 points of the second quarter.
Sideline break. We invented that play, Josh.
We invented it, and it works every time. Down to Maggie Taylor, gets the 2-point conversion, and then Elena Dean forces a turnover there. Good hustle by Elena Dean just to get in there and really be a pest and force that turnover. Rangers will take over possession here. There's the good. Gonna be, can't get it to go, but they do get a shot off. Elena Dean just short. Rebound taken down by Anna Dean. The Rangers are doing a real good job of hitting the offensive boards, giving themselves extra opportunities here offensively.
Hey, you just feel like there's a little better energy here with Hill City chasing down some of these loose balls.
That's going to be a foul on Ross. Yeah, that's just a hustle. Both girls are going for the basketball. And
yep, that's 2 fouls now on Ross.
Yeah, Arnold just gets there just a second earlier, and so the foul is called by Ross. So Arnold will go to the other end of the court to shoot a 1-and-1.
And Josh, I'm going to correct you. That is Durner going to the line.
Durner
to shoot a 1-and-1.
Ponytail is over her number. Thought it was 20. But.
Big rebound by Maggie Taylor, chases it down. Now the Rangers look to run a little 3-on-3 fast break. Rossel.
Thanks for the correction, partner.
Yeah, I'm here for you, man. Maggie passes out. Just
back to Dean, and then over to Dean again from the 3-point line, and she'll knock down the 3-pointer. So that's one where she just missed one, but when you're that wide open, they're going to give you that shot. You got to have the confidence to step up and take it. Now there, Miller shoots the 3 and can't get it to go, and Anna Dean comes down with the rebound for the Rangers.
Coach Ginsbaugh is calling for a timeout here, so we'll take a peek here. 3:11 left until halftime. 13-5 Rangers. Kind of a slow pace, slow moving game here.
I thought you were going to say we'll step away to hear a word from our sponsor, but we have no sponsors. We have nobody to step away to. It's just you and I here.
Yeah, if only Wiley and Associates had a jingle.
We could play it.
But just a quick look at the stats here. Maggie Taylor was 6 of the 13 points for the Rangers. Anna Dean just hit that 3, and then Lena Dean has 4, so that adds up to 13. Looking at New Underwood, 3 for Arnold. She had those in the first quarter. Other than that, just those 2 free throws for Chambliss. So if you're Hill City, you've only given up 1 field goal.
It wasn't even a field goal. It was 2 free throws, right?
No.
One
Arnold
field goal on the whole ball game.
Correct, yep. Yeah, so through a quarter and a half, you've given up 1 field goal. So you're playing really good defense. You want to lean on that. Just keep New Underwood off the charity stripe.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Ginsbach came out.
They're man-to-man.
And then the New Underwood counters that.
It's a flex. Nice pass by Maggie. Lily just kind of got stuck underneath the hoop, kind of in that arc area, and needed maybe one more step to get to the right side. But really good offensive set there, and I think if New Underwood stays in man-to-man, I think Hill City would like that.
I think they would too, and I wouldn't be surprised if New Underwood goes back to their 2-3 zone here on the next possession. Going to be a foul called there on Lily Ross, and now all of a sudden that's her 3rd. She's picked up 3 fouls in a row, so that'll send Krebsbach to the line to shoot the double bonus here. Chambliss at the line, number 5.
And she's shot 3 free throws tonight. She's 2 out of 3 heading into these 2 attempts here. Shot on the way, and it is
up and good. Nice touch there. Good shooter's roll.
So a couple substitutions. Ronish will check into the game, as will Krebsbach
for the Tigers. Chambliss, 2nd free throw up and also good. So shooting a pretty good percentage from the free throw line, which is
she's 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. All right. Sub in for the Rangers, number
2, Allie Comer.
Allie Comer in for the Rangers. I think it's number 1, Allie Comer. Tigers look to push. Going to turn the ball over to the Rangers. So 2:14 left to play in the first quarter. The Rangers lead the Tigers 13-7. Rangers just haven't quite been able to figure out the zone.
Yeah, New Underwood switches back to the zone defense here. They just maybe went man-to-man one time, and I remember when we were coaching Josh, every once in a while you do that just to throw them off a little bit.
Yeah,
but
especially when somebody calls a timeout and you're saying, hey, we're going to trick them because they're going to try to bring a special play in and we'll go the other defense. And it actually worked that time. The Rangers did get a shot but didn't get it to go. Now they go right back to the zone defense, which I think is a smart move on New Underwood's part.
Shot clock's down to 5. Taylor takes a long 3. No good. Rebound by Miller.
Minute 30 left to play in the first half here. This is kind of a...
Oh, there's a mismatch, and they check it out right away.
Yeah, Fulton now reposts, and if you knew Underwood, you probably like that matchup there. But I was going to say, if you're the Tigers, you get a bucket or 2 here, and all of a sudden you're down by, 1 or 2 buckets going into halftime. You think you're probably in really good shape. Opposite side, so the Rangers obviously don't want to let New Underwood kind of give them that life and get the good shot up there. Can't get it to go, and Maggie Taylor comes down with the rebound for the Rangers.
I like this. They're running a little bit. They're going to try to attack here. Right there's a gap to dig. Fulton does a good job. She's the center of that 2-3 zone, and doesn't quite come out far enough. Just as I was saying, I liked how she was kind of tracing Maggie. She gave her about 4 feet, and that's just enough for Taylor to knock down the 2. 15-7.
Maggie's knocked down a couple 15-foot jump shots, which is what you need to do against the zone when they're that packed in there to try to loosen it up a little bit.
So a little shuffle action here for the Tigers, it looks like, as Flint tries to cut off that high post. Miller centers the ball, top of the key. And we'll see who the foul's on here. Looks like maybe
it is going to be number 5, Anna Dean. That was one where a smart play by Anna Dean, you know, knowing that Maggie Taylor's right there with 2 fouls, and Anna's holding her hand up right away after the whistle. I fouled her, so the official doesn't give it to Maggie Taylor possibly. So first one up and no good by Miller. Miller short on the second. Fulton fighting for the rebound. Looks like it's going to go over to the Rangers.
I tell you what, my biggest pet peeve, Josh, is offensive rebounding on a free throw. Like, I know I sound like a broken record, but just box out. They let you have 4 people to their 2. You know, just never give up an offensive rebound on a free throw. And we've seen a lot of that in the last couple days.
Yeah, we have. Anna Dean puts up the shot, going to be no good. Miller comes down with the rebound for the Tigers, trying to get a shot off, and won't be able to. So after one half of basketball, the Rangers lead the Tigers 15-7 in a low-scoring affair.
You can only make it ugly for so long sometimes.
Yeah,
you know?
Sometimes the better teams will obviously exploit your deficiencies and score points in bunches. They can.
You bet. You know, you just feel for Coach Ginsbaugh. You see him over there, and you know, we both know when you can't score, it's hard to manufacture points. You just feel really inadequate. So you want to definitely rely on your defense here. So there it is, right off the bat.
Turnover. That's Elena Dean. You know, she has sparked them defensively, and she's got a knack for doing that. She's done it the last few ball games, creating turnovers. Now the Rangers just need to find a way to score here.
Yeah, and we talked about kind of a new team. You know, it's still early in the season. A year ago, you know, Abby Simmons was just one of the purest shooters I think we've had on the Hill City team in the last, 5-6 years. She would have just shot right out of the zone, shot New Underwood out of the zone.
Yeah, and we said that at the very beginning of the year, but it's a big hole to fill in the Rangers basketball team, the players that they lost last year. I mean, they've got 2 girls that are playing college basketball this year, so obviously a lot of offense, firepower that's lost, and they're still just trying to kind of find their way this season.
So there's that shuffle cut off the top, and then ball gets reversed.
A good pressure defense by Dean, and the Tigers get it over the top. Miller's going to take the 3 from the corner. Can't get it to go. Kressbach comes down with the rebound for the Tigers. It's going to be a shot clock violation, so good defense by the Rangers.
Yeah, there's a few things that really kind of can re-energize or give your team some energy, and shot clock violation is one of them. That's just an effort and energy thing. So
it's usually one like we talked about with taking a charge. The whole bench comes up and kind of gives the team a spark.
Yep. It's like when you finally make a joke that lands, Josh, and we get all excited. Just doesn't happen very often.
Doesn't happen very often.
All right, Taylor, shot is no good. New Underwood looks to push Miller in transition. Goes right at Maggie Taylor.
Pretty good defense by Taylor there to cut the basket off and not foul. So Miller will take the 3 and knock it down. So the first outside shot made by the Tigers. In fact, I think the only second field goal made on the night for the Tigers here. Now Lena Dean's going to get in, almost get it stolen, but gets it back. And the ball comes inside to Taylor. Taylor's shot doesn't go, and the Tigers come down with the rebound. So a little bit of life here by the Tigers to start the second half.
Good grab there by Kressbach. The ball will be turned over as Arnold grabs it on the Ranger side of half court. So Hill City will get a sideline out of bounds. See if they can answer. 15-10. New Underwood or Hill City with the lead.
Yeah, kind of what we were talking about coming out of the break. You have those low-scoring games. You're down 7 points, and you make a 3-pointer, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, we're right in this ball game. So
good drive.
Ross can't get it to go though. Rebounded there by Chambliss, and then the Tigers turn the ball over. Oh, it's going to be tipped, so it's going to stay with the Tigers. Coach Ginsbaugh looks confused. I don't think he saw the tip there. And going to be stolen away by Dean, and then Dean gets it to Ross. Ross gets it up and in, so Another defensive play steal there made by Elena Dean, and then there's going to be another turnover there by the Tigers. So kind of the pressure defense giving the Tigers a little bit of trouble here the last couple times down the court. Going to be timeout called on the court by Coach Richter.
Yeah, Coach Richter, I think they must have talked about that at halftime, just handling the pressure. And, you know, last night when Hill City looked good at times against Spearfish, it was full court pressure, playing some defense, creating some turnovers. And so if you're Coach Richter, you're saying, hey, we have to take care of the ball, no careless turnovers. And on the flip side, if you're Coach Ginsbaugh, you're saying, hey, let's create some chaos. Let's make the tempo a little quicker and we can get some buckets.
Yeah, so we'll see how the Tigers handle the pressure. I'm sure Hill City's going to, like you said, keep applying that pressure. That's the one part of the game where they've been successful this evening.
Yeah, just a note, I don't know if you followed it on the ticker at the bottom, but Hill City did defeat Edgemont 72-8, so the Rangers get a win, and they'll come back victorious. When's their next game, Josh? Do you know?
Next Thursday night against Lead.
Okay.
It'll be a doubleheader here.
All right, so 72-8, the Rangers are victorious over.
That's the Ranger boys. The girls
Edgemont.
here. Lily Ross puts down the three-pointer, so a few baskets in the row here kind of gets the Rangers a little bit going. And Elena Dean applying the pressure. Tigers break it this time.
Yeah, New Underwood just does a really good job of posting up. They'll post up their guards. They'll post anybody up. And Miller shot on the way, no good. Here's where you get a chance to run.
Yep, and Taylor gets the rebound and gets it out to Anna Dean. Tigers do a good job of getting back on defense, but Taylor's going to shoot the three and knock it down. So, yeah, just a deluge of points here in the last couple minutes.
Deluge, huh?
Deluge.
Define that.
I think it's like raining. I think they use
I was just going to say like a
it's,
flurry of points, but
a deluge. It's raining, and it's raining points, shots. A
good
deluge.
hustle rebound there by number 5, Chambliss. And then Kara Ronish will pick up a foul. That's going to be foul number 4. Excuse me, that's her first personal. And the team's first here in the second half. Hopefully that's just one foul and it's not a deluge of fouls coming up.
I don't know if it's a deluge because they're not raining from the sky. That might be just a flurry of fouls. Miller controls the basketball at the top of the key, guarded by Taylor. Maybe a 5-second call there, so pretty good defense by the Rangers to not give Miller anywhere to pass the ball, so the Rangers will take over possession here.
So yeah, after going most of the first half without much from the outside, 3 3-pointers between the two teams, and Ross will get another look, baseline drive.
Put the ball up and in, going to draw the foul on Fulton, so Lily Ross will go to the line to shoot a pair. Oh, called it on the floor, so Rangers will inbound the basketball. With their 4-high set here.
Yeah, so on the out-of-bounds play here against the zone, you try to find a gap, or what we used to do, you screen the middle of the zone, and you just throw it right over the top of the middle of that zone.
Yeah, there is a hole there if you can find it. Rangers don't, but they get the ball in, get the ball to the top of the key, and then going to be off Miller there, so the Rangers will retain possession. See if they come with the same set. This time they don't. Kind of a.
And that's what Caro's trying to do right there in the middle.
Yep. Get the ball out to Ross. Ross puts up the three-pointer. Can't get it to go. Going to be off Taylor. So the Tigers will take over the basketball here. See if the Rangers do come with their full court pressure here. Man-to-man defense.
Deluge, a texter writes in, deluge, a great flood, a heavy downpour, something that overwhelms.
Isn't that almost the definition of how I defined it?
You know what? I'll give you that one. Pass from Arnold to the baseline, tipped out of bounds by Maggie Taylor.
I don't know how I know that because I'm not very good at English.
So it looks like New Underwood runs America's play here to get Miller an open 3 in the corner. No good. So Taylor will bring the ball up the court, left-hand side. 23-10 lead for the Rangers. Rangers now on an 8-0 run.
Another texter here also gave the definition of deluge. It looks like they looked it up in a dictionary, took a picture of the dictionary page, and texted it to me.
You can hear the crowd saying, dead, dead, dead. Oh, and Maggie, that's where we said reach with the inside hand, and she kind of ran through the defender, and that'll be through the offensive player, and that's going to be 3 on Maggie.
So 3 fouls you don't want to pick up, but really she's done a nice job of playing without fouling since the beginning of the second quarter. So her 3rd foul, team's 2nd.
Yeah, pretty good ball pressure here by the Rangers.
Lily Ross is going to
nice pass
steal
ahead.
The ball, gets it ahead to Elena Dean, puts in the layup. So yeah, the pressure is really picked up here. Pressure defense really picked up for the Rangers, and Tigers do break the pressure that time. And look to that's one, if you're a Tiger, you maybe want to try to attack, right? You've got numbers, and if you can get to the rim, maybe create a foul or score an easy bucket.
Absolutely. You want to punish the team if they're going to press. Go by them, get to the rim, get an easy one, make them pay for pressing. And on the flip side, she almost rewarded Hill City. She let them get set back up in their half-court defense. So
almost steal it and stop at the top of the key, and then you're right, get set back up in the half court. Hill City fouls, so foul called on Anna Dean. So 3rd team foul for the Rangers this half.
So ball will go around the top. Arnold over here to Miller. They sort of clear out the whole side for Miller if she wants an early offense. A nice attempt at a high-low there down to Arnold, just a little too much. So
yeah, that's that one. You just need to put a little bit of air under that, kind of go up over the top. Rangers will take over on offense. Elena Dean brings the ball into the front court.
I like where Kara's positioned. She's deeper than the deepest in the zone. A lot of times that really distorts the zone and allows gaps. And
tried to post entry there. Just a little bit of a tough pass, and the Tigers steal the ball away. Miller's going to get the ball into the paint, gets it up, and going to be on the floor, it looks like. Foul, though, called on Kara Ronish.
It's 2 now for Ronish. Yeah, what I was saying, Josh, is just, a lot of times when we were coaching, we would tell our guys just get below the block, get deep, spread that zone out, create those gaps in there. And looked like they tried to do that there, and it also helps when you've knocked a couple shots down from the outside.
Yeah, to loosen up that zone, that's what we said in the first half, and they have been able to do that this half.
Nia Ginsbaugh checks into the game, as well as Abby Cutler, who's 2nd game back from her foot injury. Nice pass ahead, and
going to be an offensive foul there on Nia Ginsbaugh. Just pretty good defensive positioning there by the Tigers, and the pass was a little bit out in front, so it was hard for her to control her momentum. Creates the offensive foul on Ginsbaugh.
Yeah, nice job by Chambliss to hustle back and take that charge. And maybe a play like that gets some energy going for the New Underwood Tigers here. So Dean will guard the ball, apply a little ball pressure here for Durner.
Durner brings the ball up nicely there. Gets it over to Arnold. Going to be a foul there on Lily Ross, and that will be her 4th foul. Team 6, so from here on out, the Tigers will be shooting free throws.
So Jalen Peters going to check into the game for Lily Ross, and Ross again has 4 fouls.
It's at the fine line. You want to play aggressively. Obviously, that's been a good recipe for the Rangers this half, but you want to just stay on that fine line of not fouling.
Yeah, we'll see how Hill City guards Miller here. She's in the block, and she's got Peters on her. She's calling for it. She'll face up. We'll see what kind of help they get. Turnaround is no good.
Looks like
good hustle there by Ginsbaugh to keep that play alive. It goes out of bounds on number 5, Chambliss. So Hill City's got some youth in right now. What do we have?
Got 3 freshmen. Yeah, 3 freshmen, a junior, and a senior out there right now.
So good quality playing time for 3 freshmen in the game right now. Again, looks like one player at the high post. And try to go a little high-low, maybe find a short corner. Shot clock's down to 8. Ball's moving along the perimeter. And
Abby Cutler tries to make the move but can't find the handle on the basketball. Will turn it over.
So Hill City's done a nice job here on the defensive end. They gave up that 3 early in the third quarter. Since then, it's been a shutout. Oh.
Miller comes down with the basketball, and there's going to be a foul called there.
So
foul called on Elena Dean. It's her second foul. Miller's going to go to the line to shoot the bonus. Actually, Elena Dean has done a pretty good job of playing defense without fouling. Only her second foul, and she's created quite a few turnovers for the Rangers here.
So Lexi Brandt will check in for Jalen Peters. So 1-1 here, 48 seconds left at the end of the third quarter. I think Coach Ginsbaugh's trying to buy some time here with Ross on the bench and Maggie on the bench, trying not to get that extra foul. First shot on the way is good for Miller. That gives her 4 points for the night. She's got all the points here in the third quarter for the Tigers.
Second one up and good for Miller. Yeah, so the Rangers, 48 seconds left to play in the quarter.
Man-to-man defense here by the Tigers. They switched it up after that free throw. And pretty good job when you have all that youth in there and maybe not a lot of experience switching it up.
Kind of recognizing.
Yep. Little handoff. Kind of hot potato right now. Who wants the ball? Who wants to go look to score? Hill City working some clock. 10 on the shot clock right now. Elena Dean.
Going to be an offensive
man.
foul. Player possession foul on Nia Ginsbaugh, so won't be any free throws there, but it'll turn the ball over to the Tigers.
So 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. Hill City kind of holding on defensively. Good defense by Elena Dean. And like I said, it'll be interesting to see how the Rangers guard Miller, who
Good
finds Arnold.
There. Yeah, nice pass, nice cut. Arnold gets the 2 to fall.
Half quarter.
Puts it up, no good. After 3 quarters, the Rangers lead the Tigers 25-14. So
you should be good.
Yep, so the Rangers start off with the basketball. The Tigers go back to their 2-3 zone defense here to start the fourth quarter. Rangers get the ball inside to Maggie Taylor. Good defense there. Going to be a foul called on the play, though. Down below on the reach, so it's only the team's second team foul for the Tigers, so the Rangers will inbound from underneath their own basket. Ball comes into Taylor. She'll skip the ball over to Ross. Moves the ball around the perimeter to Anna Dean.
Nice high post cut there. Shot on the way, no good. Good job of New Underwood by cleaning that up, but Riley Weiss keeps it alive. Shot on the way by Dean, no good. Kind of a deluge of action there, and New Underwood will get the ball.
Deluge or deluge?
I don't know.
Deluge.
Miller brings the ball up the court.
Oh, good steal there by Anna Dean, anticipating that pass.
Nice pass ahead to, Weiss, she can't quite get it. Maggie battles, shot on the way is good. Good follow-up by Maggie Taylor, but great pass there by Lily Ross to find a cutting Weiss.
Miller brings the ball into the front court. Guarded here by Elena Dean. Looks like Elena's looking
Here's
at
that
Maggie
shuffle
Taylor,
cut by Miller.
Saying, do we want to switch? Do we want to switch?
I love that attitude of just being able to, doesn't matter who it is, put me on them, let me guard them. That's a tough foul there. Elena Dean hits her on the elbow. That's her third foul, and I believe that'll be a 3-shot penalty.
Chambliss will go to the line to shoot 3.
But prior to that, what I was saying is I just love the mentality, like, I'll go in the post and I'll guard your best player. I don't care. You can build your team around a player like that.
Yep.
Kind of that toughness and all that good stuff.
All that good stuff. First one up and just a little strong for Chambliss on her first one. She'll get 2 more free throws here.
She gets to the line. This is going to be her, let's see, she'll end up, after these free throws, these will be her 8th free throws tonight. She's been shooting really well up until this point, as she's 0 for 2 going into her 3rd one here. If you remember, in the 2nd quarter, she was the only one that scored for New Underwood. She had 4 for 4 at the free throw line.
Third one going to be just short and going to be kept alive by Anna Dean. And then Anna Dean comes back in and makes a steal. Good hustle by Anna Dean there.
Nice pass. Reverse layup up and in
Ross.
for Lily.
Good look by Elena Dean. Good catch and finish by Lily Ross. So
good pressure defense by Dean, and
gonna be Elena.
A little too much. That's foul number 4 on Elena.
So Durham is going to go to the line to shoot the double bonus. 2 free throws from here on out for the Tigers. First one up and good. And Allie Comer will check in for Elena Dean.
Yeah, this will be interesting these next couple minutes to see how the Rangers react to that. Elena has been the engine for the Hill City team, so we'll see how that team reacts. And both free throws are good for Durner. That makes it a 13-point game with 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes to go. And not only that, playing point guard's kind of like quarterback of the team. So you see Lily, you see Anna trying to get Hill City into their offense, and just a little discombobulated. Maggie throws it a little too high for Allie Comer. So New Underwood will get the ball, just under 6 minutes to go, and Hill City will try to lean on that defense.
Yep, Allie is going to pick up Diener full court, man-to-man, just like Elena Dean was.
Chambliss down in the post, really battling with Lily Ross. And again, we talked about, Josh, there's 2 ways to guard the post. The one is to front it, know that you have help side over the top. Here you see Lily playing behind Chambliss, and we'll just kind of watch that. New Underwood does a good job of posting up their guards, so we'll see what they continue to do here. And Arnold, not a guard, but she does a good job of posting up, and it's going to be a foul on
Anna Dean, I believe. Anna's 3rd foul. So Arnold will go to the line to shoot a pair, and like we said, all fouls by the Rangers are going to be 2 shots for the Tigers from here on out. Arnold can't get the first one to foul.
Yeah, and it's one of those, you hear Coach Ginsbaugh saying the fouls are 11-2 this quarter. But on the flip side, when you play a little pressure defense, you are going to foul more, right?
A lot different than sitting in a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, you're more aggressive. You're in their space. So
Arnold gets the second one to go, so brings the Tigers back into within 12 points of the Rangers.
Yeah, and as the Hill City Rangers, you want to continue to be aggressive, but also be smart here. It's a numbers game at some point. You start to think there's only so many possessions in the game. So you be aggressive, you attack the rim, but you want layups and uncontested shots right now. And keep playing defense. 5-second count.
Going to be a timeout called there. Looks like timeout called by Coach Richter of the Tigers. Knew that 5-second count was coming close, so a good smart move there by Coach Richter.
So with just over 5 minutes left here in the final quarter of the game, New Underwood has 3 points in this 4th quarter. Durner has 2 at the line, and Arnold has 1. So no field goals given up by the Rangers in the first just almost 3 minutes of the 4th quarter. And really, they've only given up 3 field goals for the entire game. So really a good defensive effort, other than I would say maybe a little over-aggressive, putting New Underwood at the line, maybe back off just a little bit when they get the ball.
Yeah, like I said, it's such a fine line because the Rangers really are struggling to score offensively here, and they found that if they can steal the ball, create some turnovers, then they can get out in transition. So you want to stay aggressive, but you want to do it without reaching. Just try to force those turnovers without reaching. Let the other team make the mistakes just by your good pressure defense. And try not to reach, try not to get those fouls.
Yeah, just to recap, 4 fouls here for Elena Dean, 4 fouls for Lily Ross, 3 fouls for Anna Dean, 3 fouls for Maggie Taylor, 3 fouls for Weiss.
Yeah, good defense there, causes a turnover on the inbound. Looks like Chambliss just stepped over the line, thought she was going to inbound the ball there, and Allie Comer did a real good job of taking away that pass and creates a turnover for the Rangers. So now the Tigers do come out, man-to-man defense here. Looks like, no, they're still in their zone. They're just extending that zone. Up and in, three-pointer made by Maggie Taylor.
Nice shot by Maggie Taylor. That gives her 16 points tonight. And a little bit of breathing room for the Rangers.
Good defense there by Allie Comer. And Kara Ron is checking back into the ball game for the Rangers here.
Shot on the way is good.
Nice shot there by Durner. Looked smooth on that release. Ross gets the ball to Ronish.
So 4:20 to go. Miller waiting to check back into the game for the Tigers.
It actually does look like the Tigers went back to a man-to-man defense here. Good pass into
Great pass
Taylor.
by Ross. Taylor just faded away a little too much. Her momentum took her away from the hoop. And Arnold is there to clean it up for the Tigers. Great pressure defense. Almost another 5 count. And Anna Dean comes away with the steal.
Yeah, really good team defense there by the Rangers. Good ball pressure and then really good off-ball defense, making just everything difficult there for the Tigers on that possession.
So ball kind of getting moved around the perimeter. Looks like you talk about an open motion offense, just pass and cut, move without the ball. And Ross dribble drives, going to draw a foul.
Looks like that foul is called on Kressbach. Oh, Arnold, I guess the foul is called on.
First foul for Arnold, and Miller checks back into the game, and New Underwood goes back to a 2-3 zone, maybe. Yep, corner back to Maggie.
Corner to Anna Dean. Gets the three-pointer on the way, can't get it to go. Rangers fighting for the rebound there. Looks like Allie Comer's going to be... Well, actually, it looks like...
Hill City ball?
On, yeah, it looks like Cressbaugh's on the line. Looked like they were both real close to the line there. Now
oh, and then, see, you got to sell it. They knew it was off Hill City, and they were like, it's not our ball. You got to sell that,
if
Josh,
he's
right?
Give you the ball, you go grab it and inbound the darn thing. Good defense there by Anna Dean.
Don't foul.
Ooh, that's going to be, I think, an offensive foul on the...
Looks like she stepped on the line.
Oh, just turns the ball over then. No foul there.
So 12-point lead here as New Underwood just kind of hangs around, and they have 6 points this quarter.
Here, Coach Genbaugh. Nope. Ronch was thinking about feeding the post there, but move the ball around the perimeter. Got to run some clock. You're
nice
12 points.
Jab step.
Can't get it to fall, and Arnold comes down with the rebound for the Tigers.
Turnover by Arnold, and good hustle play there by number 4, Kressbach.
Going to get the foul called, though. Hill City will take the basketball over here.
So that's the 4th team foul for the Tigers.
Ball in the corner to Kara Ronish.
Right
Taylor
there.
posts up there. Yep, good post feed there. Maybe a foul called on the reach. I think the foul's going to be on Arnold. Rangers will get the ball, inbound the ball underneath their own basket here. Second foul on Arnold. Just the team's 5th foul.
Good ball fake by Ross. Step back is good. You could tell right when that left her hand that was going to be in, and that gives Ross 10 points tonight. 35-20, stretches the lead to 15.
Going to be a reach foul there on Comer. That's when she just kind of got beat and tried to recover, and usually that's almost always going to get called. If you get beat and you try to reach, the officials are usually always going to give the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player there.
Yeah, not bad minutes there for Comer, though, who checked in after Elena went out with her 4th foul. Looks like Elena is set to come back into the game. First free throw on the way for Derner is up and good. Derner having a deluge of points here in the 4th quarter.
All from the free throw line?
Yes, no, she hit a 3-pointer.
And the 3-pointer?
Yep, so she's got 6 points in the 4th quarter. That's all of her points for the game.
Second one up and good. So perfect from the free throw line.
Sideline break for the Rangers. Maggie's open.
Up and in.
Gosh, I love that play. So our former superintendent didn't watch a lot of basketball, but he would come watch our games and he'd be like, I don't know much about basketball, but I love that play where you take it out and you throw it and you throw it and you throw it and then somebody scores. Yeah.
I like
I'm
that play
you need
too.
the sideline break. Yeah, that's a good play. Again, Josh and I take credit for inventing that. What a steal by Anna Dean. Gets back to her right hand to score a bucket. And that's...
Looks like we have I think maybe he came down on somebody's foot and twisted an ankle there.
Is that Miller again? Nope, Miller's on the bench. So steal by Anna Dean. And the bucket is good. 39-22 Rangers with 1:46 here left in the game. And it looked like maybe an ankle injury, and I hope it's not anything too serious.
Yeah, that's one I think where she came down on a foot, and when that foot gets taken out from underneath, tendency to roll that ankle.
So they're taking a look at her. Trainers from Monument Health.
Minute 46 left to play in the ball game here. So both teams go to the sidelines, visit with their coaches.
Yeah, just a little update here. So 18 points now for Maggie Taylor. She's leading the Rangers. Lily Ross has 10 points tonight. So, between those two, they're doing a lot of the heavy lifting. On the Tigers side here, let's just check. Looks like 6 points for Arnold leads the way. Miller's got 4. Chambliss with 4.
And I think Derner has to have 7.
Oh, all those, yep. You are correct, Josh. I take back all the bad stuff I was saying about you in pregame, the text messages, all of that stuff. I apologize.
Did you hear that, everybody? Everything that Blake has ever said bad about me has been taken back, has been retracted. So Chambliss is up, and his ankle there looks like.
They'll be taking her back to the training room, and again, we're hoping it's nothing too serious.
All right, so the Tigers will inbound the basketball. Minute 46 left to play in the ball game. And here we go.
All right, so Hill City's going to try to close out the game, playing some good, solid defense. New Underwood looking to get something
back
going.
Cut there by number 4, Kressbach.
And Anna Dean just, again, gets her hand on the ball, just enough to disrupt it. Mr. Stanton will say that's over and back.
The Rangers bring in some subs here. All 5 players check out for the Rangers. So Peters will bring the ball into the front court for the Rangers. ball over to Allie Comer, down to Weiss.
It's the right idea. They were just a little too close together. Spacing is so important.
Allie Comer puts up the three-pointer, can't get it to fall, but Jalen Peters comes down with the rebound for the long rebound for the Rangers. The Rangers will reset against this zone defense. Looks like we're going to have a timeout just to get a sub in for the Rangers. So Schreier will check into the ball game for the Rangers for the first time.
So Peters, top of the key, over to Brandt. Again, Schreier down in that short corner. Ginsbaugh at the high post, trying to move the zone a little side to side.
Get the ball into Ginsbaugh. And good defense tied up there by Kressbach. So that tie-up will go over to the Tigers. And Allie Comer still pressuring the basketball. Derner does get the ball across half court, and the ball goes over to Kressbach. Can't get the shot to fall, and Allie Comer will bring the ball into the front court for the Rangers. Shot clock is off.
All right, as the final seconds wind down, Ginsbaugh, corner three, no good.
Tip ball there, says Randy Stanton, and that'll be the ball game. The Rangers take this one 39-22. Good defensive battle for most of the ball game. The Rangers do kind of get a little